Hi, welcome back. Another important session. So this is regarding one interview question. What is your roles and responsibilities of your support project? Okay. So what is the topic today? How did you enjoy your support track? What is your roles and responsibilities in the last project? That's what the question. The same question can be twisted in different manner, depends on the interview. What exactly they want to know is what is your roles and responsibilities of your support project. Okay. And basically they can ask in different ways. What is your last role in your support project? How you can able to handle if I give an opportunity to work with support project. Okay. So what kind of support project you handled? Okay. Like that, different questions they will ask. Let's try to answer all these questions today. Okay. In today's session. So I haven't done the video last I think almost 10 days. So because I'm not feeling well, let's get into the topic quickly. Okay, let's try to discuss what kind of support projects we have. Okay, so we have basically two kind of support projects. Based on my experience, I'm explaining. Okay, like I'm just brief. One is global support project. Okay, and global support in connection with enhancement support project. Okay, what exactly global support project? It can be mix of both also, enhancement and global support also. It can be mix of both also. What is global support and what is local support? You try to understand. I'll try to give an examples. In my first company, one of the project, they went for go live. Okay, for Dubai actually. Okay, so support actually they wanted to handle locally by themselves. Okay, so that means they just give an opportunity for implementation partner to do the implementation. Okay, but after that, once after post go live support, actual support will start, that they wanted to give another company or else in the same company, but that will not be handled by your implementation team. That is completely handled by your support with another company in their local level. Okay, I think you did not understand. For example, we have done the project for Dubai client in India. So we have done implementation, we have done post go live support. After that, they also require support because a lot of fixes will be there, and annual maintenance AMC contract will be different. Okay, issues will come and all those things actually. Okay, so that they don't want to handle with India, they wanted to do themselves in Dubai itself. That is called local support. Okay, global support. What exactly global support? Suppose you work in India, you work in Russia, you work in South Africa. Being an Indian, you work anywhere, or else you might not be non-Indian also, no issues. Global support means, so for example, I worked for one of the client around 3.8 years. Okay. So he is having multi-presence across the globe. Around 100 countries he is available. So all countries, he might have different systems, different business systems, X system, Y system, like, different system. I don't want to name out because you need not mug up all those things. Different business systems based on different businesses. Probably, they will maintain different SAP production systems. Maybe they would like to cater the differentiation between different, in landscape, different based on the vertical actually. Okay. Suppose if you take best an example, Reliance. So they're into island manufacturing and vegetables and FMCG and finance, and they're into different sectors. Reliance also. And the similar way, if you go for Tata Group also, if I would like to understand, they're into Tata consumer product, Tata telecommunications. Like Tata, they are into different verticals. They would like to see. It depends on the customer. Certain verticals they would like to maintain one business system, or else vertical wise they will have different business systems. Within the vertical also they would like to differentiate certain businesses they will have. That you cannot able to control it. Okay, that we will call it as business systems for different production systems. Okay, so what the customer is expecting. Okay, so like you have to handle all these systems by using some contract that is called annual maintenance. I will explain that in one different session. You try to understand what is your role means. You tell that I'm going to work so and so XYZ company in that they're into different businesses, they're having different systems. You can tell that I'm responsible for only single system, I'm responsible for two systems if you're senior enough, or else from multiple systems, whatever the ticket incident comes, I need to handle it. Okay, that is one thing. Let's try to check what is the first point. Okay, here what it talks about. So for example, I just given Honeywell is an example, worked for Honeywell ABC XYZ production support. Okay, you can mention this is one of the client. ABC means that is the particular production system. Okay, manage and resolve end user issues and concerns on application incidents. So if you are an SD consultant, you have to mention here SAP SD application incident. Okay, so next one, analyzing the issues and providing required solution based on user request. Certain times you will find a gaps. Okay, so before getting into that, I would like to give a differentiation about what is I have given differentiation about local support and global support. So what is the basic difference between so your regular end user support and enhancement support? So or mix of both. So in one of my project, I used to handle incidents as well as solutioning. Suppose if you find a gap, okay, so don't ask me gap, what is gap? I already explained in my YouTube channel. So that is a deviation from standard. Okay, that will write a functional specification and we need to discuss with the customer and we need to take the sign off and like implementation how you are doing for this gap only, you will do the same process in support, but timeline will be smaller. Sometimes timeline will be more also. Sometimes they will push, if it is not possible in support timelines, they will push to again in future implementation or already existing implementation project is working. That is how it happens. Okay, so now you understand. Suppose a certain place you're supposed to raise a credit memo solution to pay a certain amount to the customer. That's what you got an incident. That is in global support. That is regular way. That is a mistake done by user or else a mistake done by business consultant to maintain a condition record or else tax missing. There are certain things will be there. Okay, so in application level, if you get an incident that you can able to resolve within stipulated limit, like your incidents will be like low, medium, high, and very high. Okay, certain times affecting large users. A lot of factors will be there. I'm not going to discuss in this session about that. So certain situation. Okay, if you get a deviation, that will be moved to another team. Okay, certain times in global support because you don't have time. You might resolve some 20 to 40 incidents in a month. Okay, on a quick basis without affecting SLS. Don't ask me SLS. I have already explained my YouTube channel. Anyhow, I'll show you. So, so application deviations will be you write functional specification. Again, you move to the quality and a business user testing, or else it may be go to pre-production system and production system. And this is kind of like deviation go live and a global impact. A lot of things will come into picture for the change. Incident means you are helping the user. Global support means you are helping the direct end users. Okay, so that is one thing. Here, what I'm talking about, you try to understand. You should be very careful enough to discuss all these things. Otherwise, you're in a loop to lose your interview. Okay, so manage and resolve end user issues or concerns. Certain times it might not be issue. It might be like process mistake by end user. He don't know. He might be newly joined in that role. Okay, so he cannot able to process the sales order, such kind of things. Certain times he might done certain mistakes. Also, it's not an actual incident. Certain cases, whatever it comes, they will raise an incident that you have to handle it. Okay, so analyze the issues and provide required solutions based on user request. Okay, certain times user itself he will come back to you. Okay, this is what the solution we wanted. Certain times you are the responsible for enhancement. You can able to pick it up after discussing with your lead and manager and discussing with business. That is one thing. Or else you will move forward and move this incident to another team. So you will have two teams: direct incident handling team, and second one is enhancement handling team. Certain times you might be both also. It depends. So in one of my project I worked, the place where they divided incidents like this: configuration incidents, because that is a big project. Configuration incidents. Certain some two consultants are working for SD. For example, I'm telling MM and other things also will be there certain times. And another 10 SD consultants, specifically working on across 3 business systems. Okay. In that, I used to handle 2 systems. Okay. I'm consuming part of 10 users who is consuming another system. One system individually I handled at my level. Okay. That is different. Being a senior, they might expect you need to handle more things. That is different story. Okay. These kind of things. Whenever we get enhancement, we're moving to another team. But what is the chance for your interview? Say that, if you get enhancement, you are moving. Don't say that. I'm only working in my project. Such kind of projects also will be there. I'm only handling configuration tickets also. I'm only handling data issues also. I'm also handling global support also. Like that, that is the best answer. So you can make a note it down all these things so that it will be helpful to you. Resolving tickets before breaching SLAs. I told you, right? You have to tell that. Okay. So SLA means certain incident will be there. For example, if you take lower incident, they may give 3 to 4 days. And if it is a medium, then you're supposed to resolve in 2 days. It depends company to company. SLAs varies. And if it is severity 2 incident means you have to resolve within 24 hours and S2. And if it is severity 1 incident within 8 hours or 4 hours. Okay. So this is working in support, keeping knife at your neck. You should be proactive. Okay. So they don't give more leaves for support projects who are working. Okay. So responsible for tickets and issues related to SD. OM means order management, the project where I worked, LE and billing. Like that, you have to mention about. Worked and helped cross-module teams like MM, FI, and PP. Wherever the integration is there, you try to work with them. And certain times handle OTC related issues, idocs. So for example, 2 business systems are communicating, A and B systems. Somewhere the purchase order is creating, that is coming, and it's supposed to create in your system. Certain times you will get a failures, might be material code issues, might be material exclusion issues, might be the material itself, it is not created in our system, or else the customer, the sold party is not created, but they will send the data automatically. It won't create idoc, it fail because of XYZ reason. Certain times amount missing, certain times tax missing, a lot of idocs issues will comes into picture. So all these are the different business systems. I'm just giving an example to understand. These are the business systems I work. Okay, handling escalated tickets and support users on quick basis. Okay, and helping country users for smooth execution of OTC process, because we are SD consultants, right? And conducting team meeting and sending reports. This last point I have given here 10 pointers, out of which at least 3, 4, if you can able to explain properly in interview, you win the game. Okay. Conducting team meetings and sending reports. This is for lead. The person who is trying 5+ years of experience, he wanted to see the lead role, or else he's an actual lead. I don't want to comment. It's up to you. So these are the roles and responsibilities you need to discuss. Okay. How you are going to learn this support track. Let me explain you. So in my channel, suppose if you put support, okay, so you will get, I have done 4 dedicated sessions related to support, how the support project will work. Okay. So how it will be useful for interviews, and what is ticketing tool, a lot of details I have explained. You can go through it. Okay. If you really wanted to see, some kind of, what I would say, sample incidents. Okay. So this is my dedicated YouTube channel. If you really wanted to learn idocs, I have the place over here. If you really wanted to SD in depth, I have the place over here. A lot of things are there. Okay. If really wanted to learn down payments or some specific scenarios also. This is the thing, so what is this? You can read this SAP SD consultant support action, and I have given 18 real-time incidents, which is actually you can able to understand as a beginner. If you explain at least 5 to 6 incidents also, you'll get a job, no doubt in that. Okay, because in global support related, some near to standard I have explained. I didn't take. I'm going to take one more session for remaining incident. There are somewhere around another 80 to 20 incident. I will do it. That is as a second part in Udemy. You can able to give it a try. And if you really wanted to learn SD in depth, this is the place where 109 hours. I'm just going to add this video also over there. Real-time idoc training. This is very, very important. You must know before getting into the real-time idocs and getting master to write functional specification. Without these two courses, never ever try to attempt interviews. If you pass interviews also, you'll get a problem to get a right project on time. Okay. So if you are really interested like me in pricing, I have a couple of courses you can able to give a try. Okay. That's all for today. I think you love this session. If you really like this session, please like it. Okay. At least it will give a lot of boosting to do future videos. I'm not feeling well last 10 days, so that's why I didn't push a single video. Okay. So it do happens with everyone. We're doing a lot of hard work in our jobs. Thank you so much. I wish you all the best. Just try to explain in such a way that, for example, if you ask, okay, if you how you would like to, what is your roles and so I users will raise an instance. Okay, you have to talk in general. Users will raise an incidents. Certain times, most of the times, we'll get medium and low priority incidents. Certain times, suddenly in a month, we'll get some 3, 4 severity incidents. Certain times, as a team, all together we need to join. If it comes to SD, I'm the prime point. I need to handle this one. Okay? He might ask also. So I'll explain you few other things also in future. So like that, you need to explain. Just want to give the structure for support roles and responsibilities. So many people are, preparing the resumes and pushing. And once they get called, they're excited, but they're not into the actual preparation. Some peoples don't do practice, but they are very good at all these things. But what I want is the person who has done the good practice, he need to get the job. Actually, some deceiving people are there. They are getting into the industry and they are settling down very faster. So hardworking people, they're at back door, back step for industry. So that's why I'm doing all these videos. Please respect for my work. And if you really like this video, you can like it. And please forward. If you help, you will get help automatically in your life. Not only SAP, anything. Okay. Anyhow, all the best. Jai Bharat. Have a great day.